And we are back with AAA class coverage at the World Challenge 2017. And I found some other victims who are going through the extreme pressure of putting a few minutes in here with us and present themselves to the audience. It is the HF Flying Circus from the Czech Republic. And with Dagmar, Martina, Lukas, Jakub and Jan. Jan doesn't count though because he's not really in the team. He's too old, right? Too old for the because that's a new young generation of Czech players. Let's begin with Dagmar. What is HF standing for actually?
Well, it stands for Hurricane Factory because last year they became our partners. They offered us some training times. So yeah, we began there to fly, so they are our new partners, and that's why we are HF.
It's a wind tunnel in...
Yeah, it's a wind tunnel in Prague. I forgot to say.
The capital city of the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
And Czech Republic, almost like Belgium, relatively small country in the middle of Europe, making big waves in the formationist skydiving community, thanks to Mr. Jan Klapka, right? Yay!
Yay.
So thanks all other participants.
I know.
I'm only one. Yeah.
There's one guy who started this, and this is Mr. Jan Klapka. All the teams which are part of the delegation here, and you can introduce the delegation, are basically the product of your work. A passionate, incredible, passionate four-way competitor. And here he is with his son, actually, Jakub. Jan, explain the Czech delegation here in Bedford this year.
We have here in AAA Flying Circus, and also another team, Sky Centrum. Sky Centrum. This is two different teams. Flying Circus is a main faculty team. It's a Flying Circus attend all our competitions in our wind tunnel. And the other part of our delegation here is kids teams, 3 kids teams. We start in 8 years old
we will
member.
See them later.
My grandson.
Grandson. Flying here in the competition.
And also the middle team, around 12 years old. And they attend me to help them because there are only 3, because one person leave to some journey with parents. And the main kids team Cups, they have around 15 years old, 16, and that's our first team, and we prepare them to Montreal to bid Montreal competition,
the World Championship,
and Canadians. We are looking.
We are coming. Yeah, the Czech force is coming. The French force, the Czech force.
In the past, we have more teams here in Bedford, but this season is Bad Boys has a break for training. We start next week. Hurricane Factory Chicks has a break because they have some vacations together, etc., etc. That we are here only with kids, but with our future Flying Circus. Yeah.
And not to forget one person. That's not the whole Klapka family. There's also your lovely wife, Viri.
Yeah, she helped me with kids because that's believe me, that's terrible work.
Yeah, I guess you need help with all that. So let's talk to Jakub for a second. But I allow you to speak Czech for a moment because you wanna greet your friends and families in the Czech. So let's listen to Czech a little bit. Speak a little bit. Greet your whole community in Czech with some welcome to World Challenge in Czech, please.
Zdravíme asi všechny domů, jestli se nás někdo kouká. A nevím, co bych to tak mohli říct česky ještě.
Doufám, že koukáte. Tak a držte nám palce.
A děkujeme za podporu jednoznačně. Díky.
Well, that sounds. I didn't understand the word, of course, but I do appreciate.
Nothing.
It's good that I don't understand, I guess. So it is normal that I always appreciate that everybody speaks English, because we are forcing pretty much everybody into speaking English. So thanks for, and I know you learn English at school in the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk a bit. Let's talk about what we're doing here actually a little bit. You have round 1 behind you.
Oh yeah.
Was it good, Martina?
Actually, it was better than we expected, because you know what happened. We aren't very proud of that at all. Actually, we were sitting down there at the first floor, drinking coffee and getting ready for the first round. And then Kuba asked, "What's the time actually?" And someone looked at the clock and said 9:14. We were flying at 9:16. So. Total panic. Half of the team was running upstairs, half of the team was running downstairs. So Kuba didn't even have his jumpsuit on, so it was really crazy. So we were just at the tunnel door, and we were asking them, please stop it for a while, just a slight delay, half a minute, and then the last team member already ran out, and we just went in the tunnel and competed straight away.
Let's look at it. Let's look at it. I want to see that round. I think the studio has it available for us. So let's take a look at flying. There they are, round 1. Have you seen it yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen it?
Well, you can see the beginning will be pretty messy.
Yeah, so Jan hasn't seen it. So this is after running to the flying chamber, putting the jumpsuits on, trying to remember what are you actually doing here in round 1. And there they are. It doesn't look too shabby, huh? So you're pretty happy with that, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we would like to thank to the organization community here, because they helped a lot. We thought we would have 0 points, you know, and now we actually have 20, which is pretty good.
There we come, 16, 17, running last 2-3 seconds. Well, fantastic! Congratulations for that situation. And,
so thank you once again.
Yeah. So round 2 is coming. No, you've done round 2 already.
Yes.
We don't know the scores or anything yet, but now we look at this later. Round 3 is coming up. And I don't want to hold you up here too long, because I know you want to be better prepared than for round 1 now, I guess. Lucas, you had something to say, I hear.
Okay, it's our first competition in a AAA category.
Right.
And it's pretty amazing that we could start it like 2 years ago here in Bedford in the rookies category.
In the rookie.
And it's like we did a lot of job. Thanks to Jan Klapka. Thank you very much. It's like,
Yeah, definitely.
he's the best coach in Czech Republic, and he's our best coach. And we are trying our best.
Yes.
So it's our 6th competition and our first big competition in AAA category, and let's see what we can
do the
get.
best.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, fascinating. I remember that 2 years ago in the rookie class. Imagine, 2 years ago, rookie class, here they are in the AAA class, and in the middle of the field by now. Okay, get ready for the next one. Thank you very much for taking the time, Jan, for joining the conversation, and we see you later on, hopefully again.
Thank you, Kurt.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are going back to round 1, because we haven't really seen much of round 1 yet. We know that we have the scores, and as expected, the 2 top contenders, the indoor and outdoor world champions from Belgium, NMP PCH, Hayabusa, and Wemby Lille from France are tied. We want to look at those 2 rounds. I have no doubt that everybody would like to see that. So round 1 of Hayabusa and round 1 of Wemby, we'll take a closer look now. And I have not seen round 2 yet, nothing of it. And round 2 was the memory jump. Round 1 was the same sequence that we just saw the HF flying circus doing. And here are the 2 top teams on the planet at the moment. And the scores are actually proving that once again. They both had 33 pointers in the first round. And the second best team after those 2 on the very top are the French Wemby girls with 30 points. So after 1 round, both teams are already 3 points ahead of the others. A clean round, completely clean for Hayabusa. So let's take a look at also the French team Wemby right after that. to compare it with Hayabusa. The 4 world champions in four-way, 3 French four-way world champions of 2010 back together in four-way, and Roy Jensen, Hayabusa world champion of 2004, is in the inside center slot of Wemby. Lille now competes for France, and the team is qualified for the World Indoor Championship this year, where they will meet Hayabusa again, and of course they're trying to beat them. Interesting combination, of course, because Roy, as a former Hayabusa member, goes up against his former teammates, and both teams are starting with a 33-pointer. Let's just move on to the French Wemby girls, who are in 3rd place at the moment with 30 points. They are not the reigning world champions, because the Golden Knights won it last time at the Mondial last year at Skydive Chicago, and we would like to see them too in the first round. So if we can pull this up so the audience can enjoy that. And then after that, we're going to look at the only US team that we have here, but the best indoor US team, at least at this point in time, and then see how much work there will be still for the US teams to catch up with the French teams and with Hayabusa. Here, the French girls, they are actually they are the silver medalists of the last, and they competed here last year at the World Challenge 2016, and they also competed in the open class and took the 2nd place. So here they are back also in the open class. It's a four-way women team, obviously, and they are back in the open class and currently in 3rd place. Last year 2nd place. Now we have Wemby in there, and so it will be a little bit more difficult for them to stay closer. And here's SCC Rhythm XP now. The US team making the long trip from Chicago, that's their home base, Sebastian, in the winter time, to take on the rest of the world, because the World Challenge is still the #1 event on the planet, with I don't know how many teams are here this year. I haven't counted yet, but it's still the biggest event. And Rhythm has been here a few times already. Last year also, I think they were here last year with the same lineup. Actually, it's the same lineup that competed at the World Challenge 2016. They beat Arizona Airspeed this year in February at the Paraclete XP Indoor Championship. So this is literally the best US team at this point in time. Arizona Airspeed, of course, is still the big elephant in the room in the United States, and Rhythm has to win the USBA Nationals this year to qualify for the World Championship next year, and Arizona Airspeed is far from giving this slot away easily. So we are expecting actually a tough and a great competition this year in the US. So this was Rhythm. We'll see more of them later on in the competition. I think we want to take one quick look still at Chimera. Chimera is one of the many UK teams here in this field, and they are at a position where we haven't seen them yet. They are currently in, that's like 7th or 8th place, right behind, actually tied with Rhythm. Both had 27 pointers. And Chimera is also going into the 2nd or maybe the 3rd year already with the same lineup. And they have big plans for this year. They have become the top contender, and they are currently the strongest UK team here. They still have James Woods in the lineup, and his famous sister Katie Woods, former bronze medalist of the World Meet in 2014. She is also here this time. James told me, she is filling a slot for, I don't know who she was, but we'll ask him later again. Anyhow, there's another family connection, James Woods and Katie Woods, and hopefully we'll catch Katie later and drag her in front of the camera too, maybe together with James. This was Chimera. tight with the rhythm, and Gavroche behind all the top teams from France and Belgium. And that's it for the first session with watching some jumps. We will watch some more later on. Thank you for being here at this point in time, and see you all later. Thank you.